Hello, my name is Joy, and I'm here to help you on your awakening journey. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, I'm so glad that you're back. I am dealing with a lot at the moment, and I felt like a calling to do a reading. And what came out so far was completion, control, which is the King of Swords, and the Miser, which is the Four of Pentacles. And I feel like we're getting to the point where you're coming out of some kind of deep conditioning. Now, this could be social conditioning. This could be in a relationship. This could be platonic. This could be romantic. This could be at your job. So just take it as it resonates. But I feel like somebody who was in control of you, or maybe micromanaging you, they're losing control over you. There's a cycle ending where you're no longer under control. You're no longer able to comply with people who are toxic. You're not able to peacefully concede to people who are trying to control you, tell you what to do. If you hear that, it's my dogs. I have my 3 dogs with me. So I feel like people have been, I feel like you've been dealing with abusers. Oh, there's dogs barking outside, so hold on. Shh. Shh, Roscoe. Oh my God. Now he's never going to shut up. Once he gets started, he just doesn't stop. Hold on. Sorry about that. But I feel like these people have been in control of you. Maybe this is your family. This could even be like parents, narcissistic parents. This could be siblings. This could be, like I said, this could be a relationship. This could be somebody that you've been married to or committed to for a very long time. I feel like there's a lot of confusion. If this is resonating with you, then I feel like it's time for you to step out. Yeah, I got the page. Can't think. The page of Pentacles here, and then I got 2 of Swords with schizophrenia. And I feel like this is energy that you have been healing from, or you will be healing from. This is energy that I feel like you've grown accustomed to, but it's toxic. It's toxic. I feel like maybe some of you are in fear and anxiety, as I was when I started stepping out of control and into my own power. I was extremely anxious. I was having panic attacks. I had a lot of fear, and I didn't have a lot of people to depend on. The only people that were in my life that I could depend on was my therapist and a couple friends from out of state. And my abuser did everything he could to stop me from communicating with anybody, including my friends that were out of state. And I feel like if that's your position, just keep going. I can definitely understand. I can definitely understand the fear, the feeling stuck, the apprehension, because I feel like you know what's going to come. You know that they're abusive. You know that they're going to continue their abuse. regardless of what's going on with you. And I got the Nine of Pentacles and the King of Wands came out. So I got 2 kings out. Yeah, this is you stepping into your power. This is you realizing that you're more powerful than you thought. This is you believing that God has something better for you. Yeah. And I got the Knight of Cups. So this is a deep feeling that you have. This is deep intuition that you've been following. Yep, and I got the Knight of Swords too. Very fast moving energy. I feel like once I have the slowest card and the fastest card in the deck here. And it's like things have been going extremely slow. But once you decide what it is that you want to do with your life, it just takes off. Things just start taking off. I got, healing. Ooh, I got it's another king. King of Cups. And the breakthrough card. The breakthrough card is the Hermit card in the tarot deck. And then, I got the Ten of Cups and Beyond Illusion too. Judgment. This has been a long time coming. This is you stepping out of your isolation into your power. This is you embodying all of the things that you are meant to. And there's the King of Pentacles. All 4 kings. Yeah, you have a purpose in your life. You may not know that. You may be questioning that. You may be doubting that because of the circumstances you're dealing with. I got the Rebel, which is the Emperor. The Emperor is all 4 kings, embodies all 4 kings. So I have all 4 kings and the Rebel, which is the Emperor. This is you taking control of your life and moving away from that shit that doesn't serve you anymore. This is sticking up for yourself. I don't know who needs to hear this, but especially when you're dealing with a narcissist, not speaking up, not changing, and not setting boundaries is conceding. It's conceding to their abuse. And awareness came out too. Wow. Wow. I don't know who this is resonating for. Ooh, the Queen. Oh no, now the Queens are coming out. Got the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles as well. You might be dealing with a counterpart coming in as well. For those that it resonates with. I got the Ace of Swords. And I got Change. Yeah, you have... I don't know who needs to hear this. You are all you need to get what you want. You're all you need to get what you want. You don't need anybody else. You don't need anything else. The only thing you need is you. Your ideas. You're all you need to get what you want. There is a lot of power here. There's a lot of dormant power. I feel like there's power inside of you you don't even know you have. There's a strength inside of you that you don't even know you have. I feel like once you start moving, you're going to just keep stepping. The farther away from the abuse you get, the more clarity you have. I don't know who needed to hear that. Yeah, I got the Ace of Wands, man. You have some fiery drive, motivating energy coming in. That energy is going to help you do whatever it is that you need to do in your personal life so that you don't have to continue, like I said, you don't have to continue to concede. I'm not going to tell you it's not easy. I'm not going to tell you it's not hard. Excuse me. I'm not going to tell you it's not hard. I'm not going to tell you you're not going to have obstacles. I'm not going to tell you that it might be the hardest thing you ever have to deal with. But innocence came out. This is a time for you to be listening to your own intuition. This is the time to remember, the Eight of Cups, letting go. Walking away from that no longer serves you towards something that does. And I feel like you need to understand that you don't need anybody else in your life to do what you need to do. You don't have to depend on anybody. You're all you need to get where you want. You're all you need to get what you want. You're all you need to get wherever it is that you want in life. Some of you need to understand that you created this life. You chose this so that you could learn as much as possible so that you can move on in your next life. We're actually here to help humanity ascend, and this is part of that. This is part of that. This is part of your healing. This is you stepping into your dharma. This is you stepping into your power. This is you letting go of all of the abuse, all of the toxicity that you have been conceding to, even if you don't know that you're conceding. I didn't know I was conceding. I didn't know that continuously accepting his abuse was conceding to the abuse. Make that change. Change that. Change the decisions that you're making. That's how you break a cycle. You make a different decision. You start making different decisions. Whoa, that flew out. Four of Cups, yeah? Four of Cups is about tuning in and ignoring what's outside of you. It is about listening to your inner guidance and not shining what Spirit has in front of you. Shining in ignoring. Like ignoring your intuition. This is not the time to ignore what your intuition is screaming at you. Now is the time to listen. Some of you are being told to, or being not told, excuse me. Some of you are being drawn to create a channel, to make videos. You might even be like a comedian. I'm getting Forest. Six of Swords, yeah. I feel like you're going to be putting work in, but this is work that's going to be used for yourself, your purpose, no one else's. And that might piss people off. When you turn in and you start listening to your own inner guidance and you make decisions for yourself instead of everybody else, it really does piss people off. And there needs to be some kind of toughness there. Like just kind of just ignore. It's hard to ignore. It is. It's really hard to ignore when you've been so sensitive to it. But what I did was I decided that I wasn't going to stuff anything anymore. I was going to feel everything. So I got a therapist and I started feeling everything. And I just kept going with the flow. I kept listening to my inner guidance, and I had to go the legal route. Unfortunately, I did the legal route. I'll talk more about my situation later. Now is not the time for me to be talking about my personal situation due to legalities and stuff. So I want to make sure that you understand that your transformation into becoming the master isn't. You're going to be supported by Spirit. I've been supported by Spirit this entire time. It's been extremely difficult. I'm not going to say it's been easy. Yeah, Three of Wands. experiencing life on life's terms, not attaching to it, listening to your inner guidance as guidance comes out, which is the Three of Pentacles in this deck, and projections came out. Projections, it's like, and trust too, which is the Page of Cups and the Fool. And going with the flow. Like I said, man, this is about trusting your inner guidance. And if people think you're crazy, that's fine, because who the hell needs, just like Seal said, you're never going to survive unless you're little crazy. And that's, Seal said that a long time ago, bro. You got to trust your inner guidance. This is not the time to be holding on to the side of the pool. This is the time to be floating. This is the time to be going with the flow. Spirit has a lot to tell you personally on a personal level. Spirit wants you to open up and receive the messages yourself. I don't know who needs to hear that. The messages you are receiving are from Spirit. Generally, the messages from Spirit will come in your heart space or your chakras. Solar plexus chakra. And then you'll think about it, like, well, where did that come from? But a lot of times, Spirit will come in your heart space. Spirit likes to enter the heart space because we also have neurites there. We have memories in our heart area. There's a lot more going on in our heart area than we were told. And courage just came out too with the Knight of Wands, which is intensity. So you're going to be experiencing very intense emotions, a very intense drawing on your soul. This is going to be a pulling on your soul that you can't ignore. This is like a calling on your life. You can't ignore a calling on your life. And also a calling on your life is your life, not everyone else's. And so nobody is really going to understand. Spirit is saying not to compromise your happiness. Do not compromise your joy, your happiness, your success, your peace. You don't sacrifice you ever again. Don't ever sacrifice yourself ever again. This is not the time for putting your own self aside. You need to become the main character in your life. This is you becoming the main character in your timeline. This is you becoming the main character. This is you making decisions based on you, what you want to do, what your inner guidance is showing you to do. And it might be completely crazy and off the wall. Believe me, I'm doing some shit I never thought I would be doing again. I got the Empress. Actually, I got the High Priestess. Excuse me. Yeah, this is an inner knowing. This is an inner knowing that you've had your entire life and you can't ignore it anymore. And playfulness. That's the Page of Wands. Got the Page of Wands as well. Spirit wants to remind you that life is not to be taken seriously. Life, has its ups and downs. It has its roller coaster points where you feel like you're spinning out of control. But life also reminds you, or that Spirit also wants to remind you that life isn't meant to be serious the entire time. Be playful. It's okay to play. It's okay to be playful. It's okay to joke. It's okay to step out of the norm. It's okay to break whatever conditioning and brainwashing you've had to do different things. And the only way to learn how to break a cycle, the only way to break a cycle is to make different decisions. The only way to break a cycle is to make different decisions. After being in therapy for 2.5 years, I will be sharing all of my wisdom and help as many people as possible go through exactly what I'm going through. Like, literally took 2 years to get to the point where I could walk away from my abuser. 2 damn years, over 2 years. And I knew he was abusive the whole time. This person whom I was deeply in love with, literally talked shit about me nonstop behind my back. And I can't even tell you how heartbreaking that shit is to find out that the person you adore and love and just uplift and pray for and put all of your love and life force energy into is literally breaking you down behind your back and changing how people see you behind your back, which is abuse. Financial abuse is abuse. It's psychological abuse. It's psychological torture. Silent treatment is psychological torture. It is abuse and it is toxic. I don't know who needs to hear that. There's a lot of stuff that I didn't know was toxic. I didn't know was abuse until I was in therapy. Yeah, here's the Empress. You are stepping out of lack mentality. You are stepping out of survival mode so that you can step into your creator mode. You cannot be in creator mode and survival mode at the same time. It is psychologically impossible. Just like the hierarchy of needs. The hierarchy of needs. Look that up. And it lines up with our chakra system. You cannot be in your lower chakra, your root, which is your safety, your money, your stability, right? You cannot be unbalanced in your lower chakras or the bottom of the hierarchy triangle and be creative. It's impossible. So what happens is when you're with an abuser, they literally keep you in survival mode so that you don't have the ability to create. You don't have the ability to move up to the next level. That's psychology. I mean, you can use it energetically as well. Like I said, the chakras, same thing. When you're stuck in your root chakra because you're not feeling safe, you don't have money to take care of your own needs, you can't be creative. And a lot of you are meant to be in your creative energy, especially if you're a divine feminine or you rest more with a divine feminine. Divine feminine is very creative. We're not meant to be men. We're not meant to be in our masculine energy. We are meant to be in our feminine, creative energy. That's what we do. We are magic. Yeah, I got the Six of Wands, success. This is a successful mission. I don't know who needs to hear that. This is your mission. You are on a successful path. This is for your highest good. No one said the highest timeline was going to be easier. Nobody said the highest timeline was going to be easier. I don't know who needs to hear that either. Yeah, and I got conditioning. Again, don't let other people lie to you, breadcrumb you, be toxic, especially when your inner guidance is screaming at you that they are being toxic. Especially if you have BPD or some kind of mental illness, CPTSD, PTSD, where this toxicity will literally trigger you. It is not your fault that other people are triggering your trauma. It is your trigger to deal with. But it's not your fault that other people can trigger you because you haven't dealt with your trauma. It is your responsibility to deal with your trauma, though. 150%. And that's why we have therapists. That's why we have counselors. That's why I decided to go the life coaching. And I'll probably end up back in school to get my counseling certificate and licenses so I can get insured. People can pay me by insurance, and that would be even better. That's kind of what I'm thinking about doing myself, becoming the master of my life. So I can show other people how to become the master of their life. You're not meant to be here stuck in lower states of consciousness trying to deal with these toxic people. You don't have to do that. You can decide that you don't want to deal with it anymore and heal and move on. Let those people go. I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you need to file for a restraining order, do it. If you need help doing that, let me know. It's time to stick up for yourself. It is time to stick up for yourself. It's time to allow yourself to raise vibrations. It's time for you to allow yourself to be happy. You're not healing to be able to handle the trauma. You're healing so that you can handle the joy and the happiness and receive love. There's people out here walking around on this planet that don't know how to receive genuine, true love. Like life force energy love. love from source, love from God. Yeah, I don't know who needed to hear that, but I'm going to cut the reading off here and come back with a different reading as well. I'm going to check in with, let's see what's going on in love next or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. I'll do another reading here real soon, and I will talk to you then. I hope this resonated with you. If it did, please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.